Welcome everyone to our exciting EJ Awards. Yay! Let's do some fingers. I'm your MC, Ernesto Arevalo, with Communities for a Better Environment. And during this 30-minute session, CEJA is honored to present the 4th annual Environmental Justice Leadership Awards to amazing leaders at the community, organization, and decision maker level. So before we begin, now is a good time on your Zoom settings for you to switch to speaker view so that the speakers appear larger on your screen. So if you're on a computer, the button will be at the top right corner. And if you are on a phone, you're just gonna swipe your screen to the left. All right, we're just gonna take a quick moment for everyone to do that. And so as you look for that button on the top right corner, or if you're on your phone, swipe to the left to make sure that you have the speaker view. All right. I'd first like to introduce Ashley Werner with CEJA's partner organization, Leadership Council for Justice and Accountability, who's presenting this year's Community Organization Award. For this award, the criteria includes networks or ally organizations that are not already in CEJA, organizations, networks, or alliances doing a range of important social justice work, not just EJ work. And nominations must be for organizations or alliances, not individuals. So welcome, Ashley Werner.
Hi, thank you so much. So it is my great pleasure and honor to introduce Concerned Citizens of West Fresno, or CCWF, for the Community Organization Environmental Justice Leadership Award. In 2005, CCWF took the baton in the West Fresno community's long-running fight against the Darling Ingredients meat rendering plant. The plant had polluted the community with its stench that pervades the community's homes and schools, and with its animal waste stripped from trucks on neighborhood streets for decades. When the plant sought to double the size of its operations that year to process 1.5 million pounds of meat per day, CCWF discovered that Darling had never obtained a conditional use permit required for its operations, had never undergone environmental review under the Environmental Quality Act, and was operating illegally within the historic Black and now also Latino and Asian immigrant community. For the next 15 years, CCWF fought with unwavering persistence to rid their community of Darling. Their conviction in the rights of West Fresno residents to fair and equal treatment by government and corporations alike, and in the power of community residents to secure those rights, drove their efforts. From community organizing to elevating their message through the media, to years of mediation and litigation. In February 2020, Darling succumbed to CCWF and signed a legal settlement committing Darling to permanently shut the meat rendering plant down by 2023. Because of CCWF's tireless efforts, the West Fresno community will breathe cleaner air and new prospects for community-driven investment will be possible. Concerned Citizens of West Fresno is chaired by Mrs. Mary Curry. Its core members include Dr. Venice Curry, Mrs. Frances Goodwin, Mr. Harlan Kelly, Mr. CJ Miller, Mr. Robert Mitchell, Pastor Booker T. Lewis, and Ms. Lavera Williams. Please join me in honoring their work on behalf of West Fresno and communities everywhere fighting for environmental justice.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mary Curry, Chairperson of Concerned Citizens of West Fresno. First of all, I want to thank the California Environmental Justice Alliance for honoring Concerned Citizens of West Fresno. Also, Ashley Werner as our Counsel of Leadership Council for Justice and Accountability, along with Maria Thompson from CRLA. I'd also like to congratulate all the other awardees for this program. I'd like to mention at this point, Mr. Oliver Baines, who is our District 3 representative on council, when we started moving forward with this project. Mr. Baines worked tirelessly and very, very committed to making sure this project was taken care of. He worked through with us all the way, along with city support throughout the process. We're fortunate to have worked with such dynamic group of West Fresno residents. They are Bob Mitchell, a retired police officer, Mr. C.J. Miller, Ms. Lavera Williams, a retired businesswoman, Mrs. Frances Goodwin, a retired teacher, Dr. Gloria Rodriguez, educator, Dr. Venice Curry, Reverend B.T. Lewis, Mr. Harlan Kelly, the late Ray Williams, also police officer, and late Julia Balderas. As chair of Concerned Citizens, I must confess it was a long and laborious journey, but we stayed the course and fought a good fight. The Darling plant will close its doors forever, 2023. The schools will be able to open their windows. Neighbors will be able to enjoy barbecues outside, and we can all breathe cleaner air. Again, thanks to all who made this possible and the California Environmental Justice Alliance. Congratulations to all those involved, and we look forward to continued association with this very dedicated group of people. And again, I want to thank Ashley Werner and all those who supported us reaching this point in our proceedings. We look forward to continuing the work of making our neighborhood a cleaner and nicer place to live. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mary. Applause, everyone. Yes. Thank you so much. Next, I'd like to introduce EJ Powerhouse, Diane Takvorian, who's Executive Director of the Environmental Health Coalition, one of CEJA's founding members. Diane will be presenting this year's Community Leader Award. So this award has the following criteria of a community member who has risen to lead in protecting and uplifting EJ communities, and who is not a CEJA member or a partner staff. Nominations must be for individuals, not for organizations. So I'd like to welcome Diane Takvorian.
Thank you, Ernesto. It's so great to be here, and hi to the whole CEJA family. It's wonderful to see you all, at least virtually. Environmental Health Coalition was really privileged to nominate Tasha Williamson, and we are so excited that she was selected to receive CEJA's Community Leader Award. I'm really honored to have the opportunity to introduce her to all of you. Tasha is a leading voice in San Diego's Black community for justice and equality. She is a constant and consistent leader for those who have been abused by domestic violence, by police brutality, and other forms of violence. I have to tell you, Tasha is a woman of action. She, after the killing of 2 of her son's friends, she co-founded the Compassion Project, which is a fantastic organization that provides support for families and communities of homicide victims. Tasha's done a lot, but she's probably best known, at least recently, for her work demanding accountability of the police. She has raised the community's voice and outrage following multiple police abuse and killing events over the past several years. In National City, where EHC's office is, it was Tasha who brought the in-custody death of Earl McNeil to the public's attention. And that resulted in a finding that the use of force policy was violated as he was struggling to breathe. And just yesterday, Tasha stood with Amari Johnson, a Black man who was assaulted by a white officer in the La Mesa Police Department. And as Tasha said, we must change the culture of the police departments, not just the members in it. These are wise words, I think, that apply to not only the police, but all of the government agencies that control different parts of our lives, from health, housing, and environmental protection. So thank you, Tasha, for your courageous and effective work for racial justice, and congratulations on being CEJA's Community Leader Awardee. Is Tasha here? Do we have her?
Looks like Tasha's not with us at this time.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Diane, for introducing Tasha. Let's all give Tasha a round of applause.
I hope there's not a technical problem. I know I talked to her yesterday and she was very excited and honored to be receiving this award. And so I hope she will appear so she can speak for herself. But she's an amazing woman, and I am disappointed if you don't all get a chance to meet her. But please pay attention to her work and support her in any way that you can. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Diane. And thank you, Tasha. And if you are able to join us, we'll see where we can fit you in to accept your award. So we do have our next award presented by Lucia Marquez, who's a community organizer with CEJA's partner organization, Central Coast Alliance United for a Sustainable Economy, CAUSE. Lucia will be presenting this year's Community Organization Award. The criteria of this award is any local, regional, statewide, or national decision maker who has championed EJ issues. So I'd like to present Lucia.
Thank you so much, Ernesto. It's such an honor to be presenting this award. When CAUSE was founded as an organization in 2001, we were a wonky think tank policy organization advocating for economic justice through the living wage campaign. We were not a base building organization, and we were not an environmental justice organization yet. So in 2007, our founding board president, Carmen Ramírez, helped lead the campaign to defeat the liquefied natural gas terminal proposed by BHP, built in one of the largest mining companies in the world off of Oxnard's coast. As a leader who has always been accountable to their community, Carmen pushed CAUSE to join the fight against the LNG terminal, which we now look to as the pivotal campaign that made environmental justice a key pillar of our organization. Since then, Carmen has served as an Oxnard City Council member and currently serves as the Mayor Pro Tem, where she continues to champion environmental justice by leading the City of Oxnard to oppose the proposed fourth natural gas power plant on Oxnard's coast, which we won that campaign. She has advocated for the cleanup of the Helico Superfund site and has been an outspoken leader against oil drilling expansion in Ventura County. As a candidate for Ventura County Supervisor, Big Oil has spent over $400,000 against her campaign. Only a true environmental justice hero could scare Big Oil into spending that much money. Carmen, thank you so much for being an environmental justice champion, for being an ally, and being part of the CAUSE family. We wouldn't be the organization we are today if it wasn't for your leadership.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me,
Perfect.
everybody? Yes?
Perfect.
¿Sí se puede? Okay, well, buenas tardes, yes tardes, I think. I'm not sure, almost close. Anyway, thank you, and wow, I really appreciate this. And you know, I've been preparing for this for a while, and to hear just a review of what the things that we have all accomplished with the community and people beyond the community, just, I got emotional. So I'm gonna, pull back here and just tell you what I wanna say. First of all, it's, I'm really honored to be in this group of, first of all, CEJA, you helped us so much, the Alliance helped us so much to defeat Puente power plant, and CAUSE, just, it's in my heart because I was there at the founding with Coalition for Living Wage, and Gladys Limon was part of that. So I've known her since she was a baby, before she had her babies, which I love to hear on the video this morning. I'm honored and humbled to be with my fellow awardees working on such important issues. We are going through such a time right now when sometimes you just feel like it's overwhelming, it's hopeless. But then you look back at what we've accomplished, and we could not accomplish it just because, an elected official like myself says that we shouldn't do this, but because the community demands it and pushes it and is informed about the health consequences of these things that we have got to change. We've got to help people make that transition because they're afraid to. So we have to get over our fear of change, look for the future and the vision. We would never be able to do this with all of the things that everybody involved in this group at CEJA is doing. California, it leads the way. It leads the way because the people who are marginalized have been organizing. And I'm just so humbled and proud to be part of this. And I do want to say that I want to acknowledge my fellow city council members that also, and our elected officials at the Board of Supervisors, and our congressional leaders, Lois Capps at the beginning, Julia Brownlee now, our current assembly, our Senator Jackson, but all of the individual people have pushed, just say, no, we're not going to be exploited and abused anymore. And finally, I always like to say this, Nelson Mandela, one of my heroes, and what did he say? He said, it always looks impossible until it's done. And we've been getting it done. Thank you so much. And let's keep on doing what you're doing. I'm so proud to be in this group. Thank you. Oh, let me show you my award that I received. It is absolutely so totally gorgeous. Thank you so much.
Way to go, sis.
Thanks, Rick.
Oh, yay, let's share some applause. And thank you for Ramírez. And thank you for all of your wonderful, inspiring awardees. And I'm going to reintroduce Diane Takvorian to introduce Tasha.
Okay, I'm just, I think I'm not gonna use my whole 2 minutes again, right, Ernesto, or did you want me to repeat that?
Maybe a shorter version.
A short summary, right? Hi, Tasha, so glad that you're here, and congratulations on being selected for CEJA's Community Leader Award. Environmental Health Coalition was so honored to nominate you, and so thrilled that that CEJA selected you. And what I have said and what we're so proud of is that you're a leading voice for San Diego's Black community for justice and equality. And we really appreciate all of the work that you've done demanding accountability for the police, and all of the other work that you've done. I think it was the work that you did in National City to lift up the issue of Earl McNeil and the fact that he was killed in custody, and that we've now found that the result of his death was really as a result of a violation of an enforced policy by the police. And yesterday I even saw that you stood up with Amari Johnson and said that we really need to change the culture of the police and not just the members in it. And we think those are wise words for all of us in social justice and environmental justice. So again, congratulations to you. I'm thrilled to introduce you to our CEJA family and would like to hand it over to you to say a few words.
Hi, everybody. Thank you guys so much for this esteemed award. I really, it's breathtaking. The award itself is behind me, if you guys can see it. I keep it with the most important books that I read. So I just want to tell you, thank you so much. It means so much to me to be honored by such an extraordinary group. And I want to tell you like the importance of understanding that environment is health, and health so social justice. So we this is a fight for our lives. It is not something that anyone should take lightly. It is important that everyone understand. One of the things that my son said when we were actually going on an environmental trip at the marsh here in San Diego, he said that without the environment, if the environment dies, we will all die. So my son, who is 10 years old, knows the importance of our environment, but he also understands the importance of justice. And I fight because for generations, Black people and people in poverty around the world when it comes, we have been the ones to grow the crops and tend to the crops to make sure that people understood how to cultivate and how to make sure there was clean air and clean water. We need to understand the importance of making sure that we incorporate people who live in poverty, people of color, as well as people who are from, the white population, to come together, to unite forces so that we can change all county, the systemic failure, us consistently fighting for justice. We need to tackle these systems and we need to topple these systems, because if they continue, we will continue to have the racist impacts that prevent some environments from being rich and healthy, and other environments that are killing people. So again, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will always keep this award close.
Thank you so much to all of our awardees. Everyone, let's give a round of applause to Mrs. Mary Curry, Tasha Williamson, Carmen Ramírez. Yes, thank you so much. And all you all are here. Yeah. I want us all to celebrate with a group photo. So if everyone can get ready to put on their EJ smile, I'll count us down, and then when I count down to 1, get ready, because we're gonna do the screen capture. All right? So
your makeup.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Say hi. Let's do one more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Say hi. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. And again, congratulations to our wonderful, inspiring awardees. And so thank you all for joining our Congreso 2020. We hope that these last 2 days together have been fun, inspiring, uplifting, and meaningful for all of you. And this should serve as a reminder that as EJ leaders, we speak for ourselves in our power and agency. Because I know some folks are using environmental justice and invoking those words, but we know that the people on the front lines are leading this work, that we must continue to lead this work, make those decisions and lead that vision. And this should continue to be a reminder for them. And so as we close out and get ready for our dance party, I want you all to take a look at the chat, because in it we'll be posting our evaluation. So if you could take a quick 1 minute to fill out the evaluation of how this Congreso went for you. And while you all look at that evaluation, fill it out for us, I want to share so many thank yous to everyone that made this possible. So first off, we have to begin with our Alliance members, partners, volunteers, residents, funders, sponsors, allies, everyone who was able to help make this a success. A sincere appreciation to our virtual vendors who made this possible. Our Zoom host, BK Kwachi, who's been there since 8:30 and 8:40 this morning, helping us in the orientations. Let's continue to give that applause. Our Spanish interpreters, Ruth and Leon, and all of our speakers and performers. Thank you to the CEJA staff who helped plan all of this. Gladys Limon, Executive Director, for holding it down. The wonderful CEJA leadership team, Yadira Hernandez, Katie Valenzuela, and Melissa White. The CEJA program and Devo staff, Tiffany Ang, Gwen Chang, Denise Forrest, Nina Mohan, Jose Torres, Alexis Sutterman, Mabel Zhang, and Diana Vasquez, and the incredible CEJA support staff, Brittany Anya, Eddie Moreno, and Cassie Manjikian, sorry. But last but not least, thank you to our sponsors. And we're gonna post an image very quickly of all of our sponsors. We especially like to thank the Clean Power Alliance and Vote Solar, and our biggest sponsor, the 11th Hour Project of the Schmidt Family Foundation. It's been a pleasure being your Congreso MC over these past 2 days. I hope y'all enjoyed this. And thank you so much for joining us. Continue to take pictures of yourself in the virtual photo booth. The link also will be in the chat, but please remember to fill out that, that evaluation form first, and continue to post photos, take GIFs. I know I did like a little video earlier, so please continue to use that and share out with the hashtag Congreso 2020, hashtag Just Recovery, and follow the different ways to get in touch with CEJA through social media. So we're gonna kick off our DJ dance party hosted by the dancing DJ Crystal Sparks. Much love to. Last thing I gotta say is that tomorrow CVE is hosting a Toxic Chevron Thursdays. We're talking about toxic relationships, how to transition out of that into one that is more healthy and aligned with Just Recovery and Just Transition. So watch out for that and look up Toxic Chevron Thursdays on our Instagram. But after that, I'll see you on the dance floor, everybody. I have my lights on. DJ Crystal Sparks, lead us on. I heard you for a moment.
Your seat and do a little bit of dance with me. If you don't know the wobble, that is quite all right. I'm gonna teach you real quick, okay? So this is the wobble. You jump, 2, 3, 4, and then jump, 2, 3, 4 to the right, 2, 3, 4 to the left, 2, 3, 4. And then my favorite part, we're gonna cha-cha. You step and then back, cha-cha-cha, step, back, cha-cha-cha, and then you rock it. 2, 3, 4. Everything is an 8 count, so you do it one way and then the other way, and then it's easy, okay? So normally you do it, you go all the way around, but we can go side to side since we're all 2D right now, okay? So are you guys ready? I'm looking in the chat. I think y'all are ready. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna turn this loop off, and we're gonna do this. Here we go, y'all. Remember the moves. Just follow me if you don't know it. Here we go. Jump. And jump. To the right. To the left. Come on, get up out your seat. Do it with me. Cha-cha-cha. Left foot. Cha-cha-cha. Now turn. We're going to do it again.